Good evening, everybody. This is Rob Johnson with YSN Live, coming to you from Karis Stadium here on the campus of Mount Union University, as we've got a big-time matchup tonight between the Louisville Leopards and the Alliance Aviators. I'm joined on the mic tonight by former Leopard Mac Aljancic and former Leopard coach Frank Grimm. What's up, guys?
Hey, ready for a beautiful night of football here in eastern Stark County with some two neighborhood rivals. It's going to be a fun night tonight.
It sure is. Former NBC foes and longtime NBC foes. A lot of people kind of look at it, but it's been a few years since we've been out of the NBC now.
Yes, that's what I hear. About
6 years?
2017? I think they beat us the final year there. So
they did.
Last year was our first time playing them back since the NBC years. The Leopards rolled last year. I believe it's 41-14. So we'll see what we have going on tonight over here in the Carnation City.
So what do you think about the matchup tonight, guys?
Well, Alliance comes in 1-0 under the leadership of Tim Goodman. I believe this is his 5th year. And watching film, Alliance has two standout players. Their quarterback, number 1, J.R. Jackson, is an athlete. He is a very good baseball player.
Yes,
he excels at basketball, potentially looking at a Division I scholarship in basketball. And he's quarterbacking the Aviators this year. Last week, he threw for 244 yards against Padua, and he ran for another 100. He's good, and he's good in space. He's very athletic, and we're going to have our hands full. Also, the running back, the bulk of the carries in the backfield goes to Rayvon Hawkins. Hawkins is not very big. You'll notice as you watch tonight, he is about 5'6" and weighs about 160 pounds, but he is what I would consider a bulldog. He is not easy to tackle one-on-one. He's quick, and he will lower his shoulder and he will run you over. Defensively, they run a three down lineman front that puts the rest of their defenders up in space, and they're athletic, and they're hard to block, and they tackle pretty well in the open field. So I think tonight the Leps are going to have their hands full here at Mount Union Stadium as we're getting ready for the national anthem.
National anthem by the Alliance Aviators marching band. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. This is YSN Live.
You might get 15 minutes to yourself every day. Would you rather spend it in your old, outdated shower or in a new, beautiful, low-maintenance shower? At Home Team and Window Depot, we turn your dreams into reality without the hassle. Our team handles everything from design to installation. You just sit back and enjoy the transformation. No mess, no stress, just a stunning new bathroom tailored to you. Contact us today for a free consultation and discover how easy and affordable it can be.
And welcome back to Karis Stadium here on the campus of Mount Union University as we're preparing for the Leopards and the Aviators of Alliance. Again, I'm joined by Frank Grimm and Mac Aljancic as the Leopards getting ready to take the field, guys.
Frank, building off last week's 24-0 win over New Philadelphia, really pleasant surprise. I thought it'd be a dogfight, and it really was. About 5.5 minutes left. Leopards were up 10-0. New Philly had a chance to get a touchdown, drop the pass, and a play or two later, Leopards took a pick six the other way, a big momentum shift that nailed that game shut. What are some keys you think we bring from last week that carry over to this week?
Well, I feel like that Coach Kappas wants to continue to establish the run. I'm not exactly sure how many yards we rushed for last week, but I know the word around practice was it wasn't enough. So we're going to look to establish the run, and what that's going to do is it's just going to make a performance that Gabe Stouffer had last week potentially be even easier, because we relied on Gabe's legs and we relied on Gabe's arm last week, and we just need a couple running backs here to get more involved. I think we're going to see a heavy dose of Owen DiMarzio tonight, and a heavy dose of Owen Wilson, something that we did not see last week that we were really anticipating. But I think Owen Wilson's a little bit healthier this year, so we're going to have the two-headed monster at running back that we had been discussing here all summer.
Yeah, I know you said Owen Wilson was having some kind of muscle tightness, because I think they were planning on last week to run a lot of Owen Wilson and put Owen DiMarzio kind of in the slot for jet sweeps, get the ball on the outside screens, and they had to go to plan B and put Owen, who was our tailback the last 2 years, back in that spot. So that put some dominoes in the wrong spot. Hopefully we got everything in the right spot for what we repped all summer to build off today.
Well, I can tell you from being in the stadium as much as I am over there, Owen Wilson spent a ton of time hydrating and sitting in the ice tanks.
There you go.
So,
what's his body fat percentage, you think?
Not much. Yeah, not much.
Slim.
What's your body fat percentage?
Probably 25 to 35 times more than Owen's.
Okay, so about
guess.
25 to 35.
Yeah,
so
probably.
About 0.4 or something.
But
like
it is worth mentioning that it is nice when your starting tailback can't go, and your backup is Owen DiMarzio, who was our offensive MVP last year, our leading rusher last year, one of the best backs in the county last year.
One of the fastest kids in Stark County.
Correct. I mean, that's nice insurance to be able to lean on him when the other tailback is not available.
Yeah, and I'm looking for, I think a lot of teams the first week, especially that was kind of a big slugfest game, you tend to be conservative offensively, kind of feeling yourself out. I'm excited for week 2 to see, and obviously, like we said, with the Owen switcheroo, seeing our offense, I think we're going to kind of expand on that, and you're going to see a few more wrinkles. Last week we ran a lot of unbalanced, almost a quad look, and I'm sure we'll do that as well to pound the ball physically. And seeing some other things, Gabe Stouffer, I believe, was 10 of 11 for 133 yards, so he played a phenomenal opening game display for the seniors. So hopefully we can build off that.
Gabe was our player of the week last week, deservedly so. He also started on defense for us, something that we thought we might not see, but he did. Played most of the snaps on defense, and really, I think last year 10 of 11, last week 10 of 11, threw a touchdown pass. But can you talk a little bit about his running? How many potentially first downs that he picked up on the ground, some tough running that he did last week that really kept us in the game?
Yeah, he's a strong runner with some shiftiness, can break tackles, shoot guys out, and move the chains. Defensively, we do what we did last week. We really controlled the line of scrimmage, got the other team off the field, and offensively eventually wear them down. But Alliance got some big players led by J.R. Jackson and Rayvon Hawkins, and they got some nice receivers. So it's a matter if we can keep them to singles and not homers, I think we'll be in good shape.
That helps, and I will tell you this. Coach Kappas will have the proper game plan in place to stop the Aviators on offense. The question is, putting our players in the proper spot is one thing, but for them to execute and make tackles is going to be another. I'm really looking forward to tonight's matchup.
Yeah, Alliance has 4 of their 5 starting offensive linemen back: DJ Geiselman, Aaron Syme, Kavion Thomas, and Kanan Jones. So they're going to be looked to physical up front, protect. They have their defensive backfields back, a lot of that group. So,
well, according to the scouting report, they have 10 of 11 starters back on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
So that speaks volume. I mean, anytime you can come in with some Friday night experience underneath your belt, it makes it slows the game down a little bit, and it definitely makes it a little bit easier to make plays. So,
like we said last year, it was 40-14 at Louisville Stadium. We were up in the Dr. Thomas family press box. And we got the Thomas family here alongside us in here,
we do.
Right? Dr. Mike Thomas.
I will say I'm thankful for better accommodations this week than what we had last week.
Yes, New Philly was
It had to be
the
100.
bee's knees, we'll call, right, Rob?
Right. I'll tell you what, it had to be 110 degrees in there.
Well, I dropped about 15 pounds. That I was hot.
I changed the shirt at halftime.
And we are in what's the press box named after?
This is the Dom Capers press box. Dom Capers, obviously longtime NFL coach, is a graduate of Mount Union College back in the day. Now University of Mount Union.
So it looks like the Leopards are going to receive.
Coach Cap is very familiar with this stadium.
Yeah.
He's a Mount Union Purple Raider player, right? And coach. Has he played here? I think, right?
He played here and he coached here.
Yeah, so he's on the other sideline this week. It looks like, I think that's number 1, J.R. Jackson. Yep, that is getting ready to kick. So he's going to be playing offense, going to be playing defense. Like we said, Rob's called games, a phenomenal basketball player.
Yes.
So this is a side gig, but he does
And I
a
believe
great
he's
job.
also a pretty good baseball player as well.
Yes.
Good athlete.
Last year, second half of the season, he threw for 1,273 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 1 pick in the second half of the season. So, also ran for almost 500 yards. So he's a special player, and the Leopards are going to have to keep him contained. Back deep for the Leopards, trying to get those. I see Owen DiMarzio. I think deep right here. No, is that Isaiah Briggs? You got Owen Wilson. Set the kickoffs. Jackson hits a low wobbler, scooped up there. Out to the about 35-yard line. I couldn't see who that was picking it up there. And actually pushing it all the way out to the 40-yard line. I think that might have been Anderson Candle. Let's see who pops up there.
Number 0.
Luke Seaman, who nailed the game shut last week with a 60-yard pick six, 4th down stop. So Leopards will come out. Good field possession. Gabe Stober at quarterback. Colton Norris, Quinn Burek, the receivers there. Jake Baker, our tight end slot there. Up front, Joe Banks, Xander McRoby, Trevor Burek, Max Morari, and Aiden Norris. So they got DiMarzio there in the top slot. Balance set here. Wilson in the backfield. Aviators in kind of a cover 2. Tight cover 2, bumping the receivers. Wilson, plenty of room on the outside to the 50. Inside the 40-yard line, a 22-yard pickup. Plenty of green grass for him to run there.
What a great seal block by number 88, Jake Baker there at tight end. Really, that ran right off, Wilson ran right off of Jake's butt. Jake made a nice play to secure the block, 22-yard gain, and that's how you want to start here at Kara Stadium.
So Leopards go trips to the top side there. DiMarzio, Baker, and Norris. And the pistol look there, Stouffer with Wilson behind him, 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Pitch out to Wilson. And he's going to lose about 3 there. I believe Grady Fast first there. Grady Fast and Brody Fast, brothers there, anchor the defense. Brady's a 3-year starter.
Yeah, Brody is really good. Watching him on tape, he's number 21 for Alliance. He plays their middle linebacker, and he runs down a lot of plays. He's not exceptionally big, but he's fast, and he is a very sound tackler.
So Leopards facing a 2nd and 13. I was kind of surprised they playing that tight bump and run, almost cover 2 with it. Louisville's going to try to run the ball.
I mean, they're manned up on the out. Their corners man up. And when we go trips, they'll just rotate the cornerback to safety. They'll roll the safety up, and he's still playing man.
DiMarzio, he's got some room there. Cuts up the middle. He's going to pick up about 5, make it about 3rd and 8. And yeah, teams play variations. Some teams play tight man.
Yeah.
You'll play 1 deep, 2 deep. But one problem with playing man, you can have some good coverage. But run support sometimes with your eyes, trained on your receiver, you don't have that run support from the defensive backfield.
Well, the first play was an example of that. The wide receiver ran off, and the defensive back just followed him. He had no clue that the ball was coming to his side.
Leopards in that unbalanced look there. We got trips with a tight end to the top of your screen there. Stouffer throws the flare out to Wilson. He's got some room. Gets to about the 31-yard line. He's going to be about 3 yards short.
It looks like we're going to keep the offense on the field here.
Yeah, Parker Dahl, our new kicker this year, did a great job. Nailed, I think, a 34-yarder week 1 with plenty of room to spare.
Yes.
But Leopards in high school, 49-yard field goals on a 4th and 4 are a rarity.
Yeah, this is a long 4 too, so I'm interested to see. I think we might get a little bit of a taste of Gabe Stouffer here on a little quarterback power.
So Leps here and trips to the bottom of your screen. There you go. Good call by Stouffer. He slips through, and he's close. He's going to get the first down and more. Keeps running there. Gets all the way to the 23-yard line. And that gets a Doc Thomas first down high five in the press box.
You know, Gabe's so good at that. Like, in my opinion, Gabe is he's more quick than he is fast. He can make good athletes miss easy tackles just because of how good his feet is and how good his balance is. He's quite an athlete.
He's slippery.
He is slippery.
So, balance set there. We got a slot to the top side. 2 receivers split out here to the bottom there. Stouffer to Wilson. Wilson's got a lot of room there. Inside the 20, 15, 10, and he's going to get a first down all the way down to the 8-yard line.
Great perimeter blocking there by leopard number 18, Colton Norris, on that play. Owen cut off his butt. He contained the cornerback, pounded it up there for a nice gain. Leopards looking good on this drive, Mac. I think we're establishing the run.
Plenty of green space there. Yeah, Leopards did not do a great job, I'd say, running the ball. They weren't gashing them last week, but definitely getting a lot of space so far. And the young sophomore is cashing in. First and goal. Stouffer, the flare out to DeMarzio, high, and he cannot bring it down there.
Just a little high. I mean, Owen probably should have caught that one, but it's okay. Second down and goal.
Second down. And that's where kind of see the quarterback, you know, shotgun's pretty much constant almost everywhere. You're almost like turning a double play. You got to catch that snap, and then you're just turning your hips and getting it out there quick. And sometimes it's hard, such a quick release to be on target. You know, DeMarzio's moving downhill, but a little high, but you hope your receiver can bring it in there. And I think we expect a lot of kids. I mean, kids nowadays, and it's those gloves as well, those help. But we'll talk about gloves at Mount Union Stadium a little later, a story I told Frank there. Quinn Burek emotional, jet sweeps, got penetration, and he's going to take it sack for a big loss there.
I don't like it. The timing wasn't good right there on the snap. Just, I don't know. I'm more of a downhill runner. If you're first or second and goal, why do something like that? Just give the ball to DeMarzio or Wilson. Let him run between the tackles.
I believe that was Caden Sanders. Trying to see there, made the play. So that's going to make it third and goal from the 17-yard line. Lewis, I'm sure Coach Kappas, if you get a good chunk here, that's where you think about going for fourth down. But you know, Parker Dom showed he's got the leg to knock this one through. So Leopards, 2 receivers each side there, going to motion again. Fake, got the counter to Wilson. He's going to get tripped up for nothing there.
Yeah, nice play by number 5, Mikel Williams, coming from his outside linebacker position. They called a stunt, and he blitzed off of the left side, timed it up just right, and was able to make the play. Fourth down here.
Fourth down. Long offense is staying on the field.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised because we made a field goal from.
What would that be?
That would be
35-yarder. 35, yeah, 35.
So this is a long fourth and goal. Stouffer going for it or trying to get 5 yards, but likely going for it here. Stouffer takes a snap. He's got a lot of room there. Throws up. He's got a man open. Jake Baker. Oh! In and out of his hands. Nice play defensively by Cash Brisker. And the Aviators will take over.
What a great play by Cash. Baker obviously has the height advantage right there. They have Cash listed at 6 foot, so Jake's about 6'3". Just played it real well. Had inside position right there, and Baker couldn't come down with it. Turnover on downs here.
A good job. His back was to the ball, but a good job as soon as that ball was in his hands of kind of ripping it out. So good drive by Louisville, but not good enough. Aviators take over. 7:53 here to go in the opening quarter on a beautiful night here in the Carnation City. Carnations versus the Constitution Town kids. So, J.R. Jackson in the shotgun. Rayvon Hawkins beside him there. Fake. They're going to look for a little out route to number 2 there. Tajee Nicholson, and he's going to get close to first down.
Yeah, Tajee made a nice catch, and we were running a cover 3, and Burek gave him a nice cushion and nice pitch and catch there by the Aviators, bringing up second down and 1.
So we talked about limiting big plays, but sometimes you play that soft, and they're just gonna work you underneath and see if you can respect it, set you up deep. J.R. Jackson, the veteran quarterback, veteran athlete in here, he's gonna be able to deliver those. So 2nd and 1. Jet sweep there. Jackson's going to keep it. He squirts to the outside, gets a first down, across the 32-yard line there.
Nice
Picks up
tackle
about
by
5.
Nice tackle by Anderson Candle.
Who's our star? Who's some of our stars you see out here?
Well, across the board, we got number 99, Jake Beard at one end, number 88, Jake Baker at the other. Interior tackles are Trevor Burek and Aiden Norris. At linebacker, we have Wilson Candle and number 7, Colton Doherty. Corners are Quinn Burek and number 18, Colton Doherty. Safeties are Xavier Bordello, he's a sophomore, and number 0, Luke Seaman.
So another connection with Tajay Nicholson. Colton Norris on the tackle. Good job in the open field there, but the Aviators are going to pick up 9. So Leopard's going to balance, kind of crowd that box, but also got to get a little help underneath because those corners are going to be on islands here with some good athletes. So it's another 2nd and short. Aviators trips to the top side there, tight end wing there. Give to Hawkins. He's got the first down and more, and he's going to get near midfield, pickup of about 6.
Yeah, boy, that's a nice run. He runs hard. He's shifty, but he's not afraid to put his shoulder down.
So, 6:10 left here. Both offenses with success early on, a couple of first downs. Leopards got down inside the 10, lost yardage on a jet sweep and couldn't score. So the Aviators shifting the field here. Jackson and Hawkins in the backfield there. Give to Hawkins. He's going to push forward for about 5 and more up the gut there, about 6. Leopards are pointing the other way.
Hold on now.
The refs are waving their hands.
Yes!
And
I'm not exactly sure what happened, but we recovered a fumble.
well, that's something where you don't give up on a play. They're watching the replay on the stands. And Leopards just a lot of guys around the football.
Yeah.
Got some hands in there and turnovers. I mean, that's the coaches. Everybody stands by, and the turnover battle is in the Leopards' hands right now.
You know, that's one of the things Kappas always talks about. If you get there early and you stand a guy up, come and try to get the ball out. I mean, that's a drill that they practice quite often on defensive practice days, and there's an example of it paying off.
See number 3, Drake Wilson, in receiver there. One of the Wilson triplets. Brother Owen, I don't know if he's in the backfield or not there. Can't tell you. That's him, I believe. Give to Owen. Shifts through. He's got some room, and actually that's DeMarzio. DeMarzio's going to pick up about 7 there.
I was told, Mac, that we are going to be doing a better job of rotating in some fresh bodies on both sides of the ball tonight, so that's something for us to look at.
Yeah, I think game 1, you tend to be a little conservative offensively.
Right.
You tend to be a little conservative with who you're putting in. You want your experience, and then we had a lot of guys going both ways. Some guys got some JV time to get their reps going and get a little comfort on the field. So 2nd and 3. Stouffer and DeMarzio. Fake. Stouffer's going to keep it, and he's maybe going to pick a yard up.
Super nice tackle there. Nice hard tackle by number 15, Alex Hartman.
So 3rd and 2. This is kind of contrast of kind of defensive back. So Louisville's playing kind of a soft coverage. Alliance playing tight man, which you hope you can spring some runs, and we have early on. But we are seeing how we challenge those. You play man-to-man, but if you get a step on them, you can make things happen there.
Yeah, for sure.
So we got our quad look down below here. You can see 2 receivers on the line. So the inside guy is ineligible. That's Seaman there. Stouffer, a lot of room there. To the 30. All the way down to about the 25-yard line. Picks up about 17 yards on that run.
Great call by Coach Burek, and a nice read by Stouffer. Automatic read. I don't know that where that was designed to go, but Gabe has great vision. He made a nice cutback and made a nice play to the corner, and we're moving the chains.
That's lines. I'm not sure if it was zone blocking or not, but you'll see zone blocking get hat on hat and just the running back, and which this case of Stouffer, just the cutback is often there.
Yep.
So 26-yard line, 4:23 left here. The first quarter there. Burek gets that jet sweep into the boundary, and he's not going to get nothing on that. Not nothing. I think it's a double negative, but
not nothing. You know, that play to be run correctly, you really need to rely a lot on your perimeter blocking, and you have to hold your blocks a little bit extra length of time, you know, compared to running in between the tackles. And so far we've run that play twice for really 0 yards.
Yeah, for
minus.
negative 8 yards there. And running in the boundary, you have an overload, but you don't have enough turf there sometimes. So ideally you get to the corner with your speed. And it hasn't really timed up great on that, which is hard out of the shotgun.
Yeah.
So we got the quads of the boundary here. Press coverage, give to Wilson, and he's got a broom. He's down inside the 20-yard line, gains about 9. It's going to make it 3rd and 2.
See, I like running between the tackles. They have a 3-man front. They have 5 linebackers, you know, spread out second level. And if you can get a body on that middle linebacker in a 3-man front, you can pop those plays like we just did. We're really executing and blocking well when we run in between the tackles.
And you got the big hats there, big boys up there up front to muscle them there. And the Lions has good speed on the perimeter. That's where your jet sweep's not as effective. So 3rd and 2 here. Give to Wilson, and he is going to lose a yard or two there. Try some type of counter action. It's slow developing, and Leopards are looking at a 4th and 3.
Well, we went split backs, and I know that's something that we've been hearing we're going to do a little bit more of with the Owens. So we went split back, and you know, we faked left to DiMarzio, gave right to Wilson. The play just took too long to develop.
So 4th and 3. Leopards came up short their first drive when they had a 4th and goal on the 18. So let's see if they can keep this drive. We're an empty set here. Well, I look for Stouffer maybe to kind of roll out and either run or pass, seeing what he has there. Looks there, he's got an out route. Whoa, and Wilson wide open, inside the 5, touchdown!
I have no idea what Alliance was doing on the coverage right there. We just snuck him out of the backfield. The outside linebacker didn't move. I don't know what he was doing. He didn't move. Owen caught it in the flat, turned it up. I think he was kind of surprised by not having any defender in his face. He turned around, no one was there. He just walks in the end zone.
Yeah, sometimes you're an empty set there, no back. Parker Dom getting ready to kick. So you're manned up, but those linebackers aren't used to chasing guys a lot, especially on a 4th and 3. You're looking for a run, so you get backfield eyes. And great read by Gabe Stouffer, who's holding here. Dom kicks it up, kicks it through. Nice scoop by Gabe there. But great read by him. Great poise there.
Yep.
He did stuck with his initial read, and Wilson exploded down the sideline for a touchdown.
Hey, credit to the offensive coaches. You know, going for it twice inside the 20 on 4th down, not settling for just taking a field goal attempt, trusting your offense, trusting your senior quarterback. Didn't pay off last time, but it sure paid off this time. Great coaching.
All right, our buddy Rob Johnson, Mr. YSN here for the Louisville Leopards. You guys hear him almost on a daily basis.
Yeah,
Governor in a decathlon of sports. What's your early take here, Rob?
Well, I'll tell you what. I think the Leopards have found a little something. If they can kind of get the pass going a little bit, you know, here and there. You know, you don't even have to throw it long. Just a little something to dink and dunk, and then I think you're going to start having some gash.
And you know something there, it's great protection. Like he was sitting there, he could click his heels, you know, and nobody's in his face. You can put guys in a quarterback's face, you know, and even the best start looking like
and if you can get
Cleveland Browns quarterback.
If you can get Owen DiMarzio in some space, he's gone. He's one of those guys that, you know, he has so much speed.
Yep. Speaking of Cleveland Browns quarterbacks, did we miss out? Kenny Pickett, I don't think he qualifies to make the Browns jersey there. He never played a snap there. We're getting traded to the Raiders. We missing anything there? You're a Steelers fan. Rob, you're a Steelers fan too, right? I remember you tortured me back in
a little bit,
elementary days.
Mostly Browns, but I do like the Steelers too.
Right, were you a Steelers guy back in our LES
I used
days?
to be. Then my dad got a hold of me.
Okay. Any Kenny Pickett take for us there?
He stinks.
Although I'll tell you what,
no loss there.
I sure wouldn't want to be a Micah Parsons person with a jersey right now.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Dom kicks it there. It's going to land. Hawkins is still rolling. Is he going to get to the end zone? And they get just lucked out there. His feet were in the end zone.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine just buy his Micah Parsons Cowboys jersey. 2 weeks later, he's getting traded.
Well, hopefully he didn't cut the tags off.
There you go.
Although
Think
that
you
might
can
be
probably
a
get a
collector
Deshaun
item.
Watson jersey pretty cheap nowadays.
Yeah, you probably can't. Probably one from your closet, Mac.
Oh,
I got 2 quarterbacks in my closet for the Browns.
Let me guess. Brian Sipe.
Brian Sipe's my brown jersey.
And then the other jersey is not a quarterback.
Yeah, it's a quarterback.
yeah.
Tim Couch.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man.
I broke
Number 19, I wore for the
Bernie.
Leopards there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
me and my brothers.
Bernie.
Bernie. So
Mine was Hoyer, and then I bought Baker Mayfield, and
Hoyer was a lot. I mean, he could have been special. The Browns, that Johnny Manziel guy. In fact, we had a fantasy draft or family this week, and my son was playfully teasing his wife, Abby, formerly Abby Moore, who's a Lions grad there, about wanting to pick Shador Sanders. And I said, Drew, I remember you're about 12. He had the first pick in the draft, and he picked Johnny Manziel.
Oh. Man, disappointed him twice.
yeah.
Alliance had to take a timeout there because they lined up with 10. So
Helps to use 11.
helps to use 11.
I always thought one thing here. You could have some teams. Let's say you play, let's say East Canton's playing a very small school against a very big school. Could you go like 13 on 11 for an kind of balance, almost like golf handicapping? Nothing against. I mean, East Canton's has had a lot of success lately under Spider Miller, but I was wondering what would be the balance of like the powerhouses versus whoever. It could be
13 against 11. Oh, that's interesting.
Nice defense by the Leopards there.
I know sometimes when you and I coach together basketball, we'd practice 6 versus
yes,
5.
yeah, against Brest, even
against
7
Brest,
on 5 there. When Mike Thomas played for Leopards basketball, probably felt like 7 on 5 with his Broad Street. I forget what street you live on, Dr. Thomas. Were you on Broad? I knew you're near Broad Street there. Daryl Shankle, shout out to the class of '84, right, you guys there?
We're going nickel here. We just substituted Isaiah Bragg in for Jake Baker.
1:43 left. Leopards, did they get away? No, we're going to
no.
give them 5 for 2nd and 7. And Owen Wilson, I will give him a little forgiveness. I think he earned
Yeah, what he had
earned-
what 3 or 4 sacks last week.
Yes, he was running all over the place there, and a big sacks to
Yeah.
get the team off the field on 3rd downs there. So
I'm going to tell you that's something that Alliance probably game planned for. Going on a hard count often, especially on a passing situation, when you see Wilson showing his tail there on the blitz. I mean, if you go hard count and you go on 2, you get a penalty like we just had here.
2nd and 2, Jackson got the jet sweep. He's going to keep it. He goes sideways, however, and he's going to lose about 3 there to make it a 3rd and 5.
Great initial play by number 99, Jake Beard, to force him back inside where the rest of the interior Leopard defense cleans it up.
And I know fans think, hard count, that's nothing. But that's hard to discipline your team to do that.
Very much so.
So give credit to the red and blue. What is Alliance? What do they call their? I know Louisville's Columbia blue. What do you know? What the
Baby blue?
Yeah.
sky blue? I know they're in the
Sky
sky.
blue?
They're the
Yeah,
Aviators.
sky blue.
So
Since
3rd
they're
and
the
5 here. You
Aviators.
got balanced twins on both sides there. Leopards in a kind of man look here. Jackson throws an out route.
Oh man.
Quinn Burek, unfortunately, went for the tackle, missed it, and it's going to be a 1st down there, hitting Jaron Blair. Just gets the sticks there. Leopards might have got away with a face mask.
Yeah, that was like last week. We had one of those last week. He went for the interception and didn't quite get there either.
Yeah,
Well,
risk reward.
Sometimes, to make a tackle, you have to break down and make sure you keep the guy in front of him. Burek didn't really break down right there. He kind of tried to go for the big hit, and he whiffed and gave up the 1st down there.
Leopards did get caught on the face mask, so 35 seconds left here in the 1st quarter. Yeah, speaking of jumping off sides in the Browns, Myles Garrett, he's always good for about 2 a game there, jumping off there.
2 speeding tickets and 2 offsides a season.
So balance formation again. Jackson's going to quick out there, and that's all that
There's
Quinn
a big
Burek
hit.
makes up for right there as they try to hit Jaron Blair again.
There's your big hit, number 11. Great tackle, bud.
So it's going to make it 2nd and 13 as the quarter's going to end here. So Leopards 1 quarter into the books, lead 7-0. This is your Sports Network.
Show us what you got.
Are your windows letting in more than just the view? At Window Depot, we believe replacing your windows shouldn't be a hassle. Our experienced team handles everything from consultation to installation, making the process smooth and stress-free. Upgrade your home's comfort and energy efficiency effortlessly. Contact us today for a free consultation and discover how easy and affordable it can be.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana and I am why I'm proud.
All right, we're back in the Carnation City, Larry Karras Stadium. Frank Grimm and Mac Aljancic here, and Rob Johnson, our director, producer extraordinaire here. Lions facing a 2nd and 13. Jackson's going to keep it. He pushes forward for about 5.
Real nice play by new Leopard number 8, Isaiah Bragg, coming up from his nickel spot to really squeeze that play and make a nice tackle for the Leopards.
So here setting the lineup here to start the second quarter. We got Burek, Norris, and Beard up front there. Doherty, Anderson, Wilson, and Braggs, the second level DBs. Burek, Seaman, Burdella, and I can't tell who's up top there.
Drake Wilson.
There you go. Third down there. Jackson looking across right, gets the outside. He's got a lot of green turf there. Good breakdown, floats it, and makes the connection there. Breaks the tackle inside the 30 to the 25 to the 20. Cam Burton on the catch.
The coaches are questioning that if he was across the line of scrimmage, but it doesn't appear that he was. They're moving the chains.
No replay up here in the booth, unfortunately. What'd you guys see there? I knew he was close there.
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
Big play, gains about 30. So the Aviators in business, trailing 7-0 here. 11:08 left here in the second quarter. Leopards take the lead on a Gabe Stouffer to Owen Wilson, 18-yard 4th down pitch and catch. Nice job by Jackson, get out of the pocket on that play. He's going to try to get out again, throws an out route, got a guy open, nice grab, breaks down, but great tackle by Quinn Burek. So Jaron Blair, a popular target so far. Picks up about 3, though.
Another nice, solid tackle by Quinn.
Leopard's going to need to get some pressure, but it's tough. Jackson's elusive there. You want to seal the outside, but if you're rushing hard the outside, you leave some gaps in the middle here. So they're definitely being tested. So we got here a little trips wing to the top of your screen. Give to Hawken. He's got plenty of room there. He's inside the 10, all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Colton Doherty finally wrestles him down. And the red and blue are in business right now.
Well, just pitching it to the running back, number 3, Raylan Hawkins. He's finding holes and he runs hard.
Nice job up front by Geiselman, Syme, Awful, Thomas, and Jones. 4 of those starters back from last year, and they're moving the pile. Line of scrimmage, coaches say that, but that's a big one here tonight. So we got an unbalanced look. Shifting back there. Got a little movement there. They're going to get away with it, the tackle. They do get away with it. Inside the 2, down to the 1. Should have got flagged there. The left tackle was.
He was moving.
Seems like high school refs have kind of gotten a little more lax with that. I don't know if it's just the shotgun guys are up, but I've noticed a lot more like kind of, maybe it's early in the season, I don't know, but I noticed the last 2 years a lot. You get some not very clean motions and shifts and stuff like that.
Well, let's see what the Leps can do here. 2nd down.
2nd and goal for the 1. You got a T backfield and the shotgun there. Jackson's going to keep it, and he's going to lose 1 there.
Great play. Doherty and Wilson on that tackle.
That's one thing, you know, when you're in shotgun on the 1 yard line, you're catching the ball at the 6. So you're giving the defense doesn't have to have their heels back much. Nice play there.
You know, we went under center one, you know, for the old, what do we call it? Not the tush push. We named it something else last week, but.
So 3rd and 2, same formation. Guessing a little counter action and get to the outside or something there.
No.
Jackson's going to try to throw and misses the guy outside. Great coverage there by Luke Seaman there.
Little run pass option right there. I think if he would have handed it off, Mac, I think they'd be standing in the end zone right now, but he pulled it, tried to hit the little out route right there, and just threw it a little bit wide.
Yeah, sometimes you make, I would say, a pre-snap mental read of like, I think I'm going to throw it, whereas that was covered all the way there.
Well, Alliance just subbed in what I'm going to describe as their jumbo package. New quarterback in for him. Looks like a Wildcat. Caden Sanders, 5'9", 195. I think we're going to see quarterback power here.
So got Heavy there. He gets to the right side, gets penetration, and I don't know if Leopard's called timeout. Coach Kappas.
Oh, yeah. Coach Kappas down in the end zone.
Passionate there of sure what he's not happy with the alignment, but it's going to make a 4th and 2 again here. 4th and goal, 8:37 left in here in the second quarter.
I think just with the substitution, the personnel changes, I think he didn't really like the defense that we are aligned in right there, so he burnt one here to maybe get in a better position. Now I'm interested to see when Alliance comes back out if they bring out that same goal line package of offensive players.
Yeah, I've seen some schools have it. You almost have like 3 or 4 plays. You're going to have a run, maybe 2 runs, a play action pass, maybe an outside run there. But I like the idea because with so many teams in the shotgun, it's hard around the goal line if you don't have that muscle mentality.
Well, I'll tell you, Caden Sanders, who they brought in at quarterback, he's a load.
Yeah, what do they got him at?
5'9", 200 pounds, and he's every bit of that. He is a nice-looking, stoutly built athlete, and here he comes back out.
All right, so you see they have one wide receiver really wide to the top side, and that's like actually J.R. Jackson. Got that power, so we got a tight end and a wing and almost a lead fullback there. So they're going to go right up the gut. He's got room, and he's going to walk into the end zone. So the timeout does not work, and the Aviators are a kick away from tying it up at 7.
Well, just quarterback power like we talked about. Huge hole opened up on the left side. There was nobody there, Mac, and like you said, he just walks in.
And on the timeout, he went to his right side, followed all those lead blockers, whereas Leopards may be anticipating that. And it was a wide road to get to the purple end zone. So Jackson, jack of all trades, going to go with the lefty kick, and he wedges it through with 8:38 left here in the second quarter. It's the Leopard 7, the Aviator 7, and you're watching your sports network.
I'm Matt Crystal, and I've been a customer of Greenwood Chevrolet for nearly 10 years. The biggest thing about Greenwood that we love is you get that family-owned aspect that comes into play. We always work with Paul Kello. Paul makes it very simple for us to come in, purchase a vehicle, no different than we go and buy anything else. No hassle, no haggling, we drive them off the lot. Very simple process, which makes it a lot easier for us as a family of 6. Don't have to worry about it. I'm Matt Crystal, and Greenwood Chevrolet went the extra mile for me.
At Joe Dickey Electric, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. We power the plants that help bring us together, the businesses that help our community thrive, and the home that you've been dreaming of. We'll even install a light bulb for you. With over 65 years of commercial, industrial, residential, and 24/7 emergency services, you can trust the experts at Joe Dickey.
Read after.